Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Whatever Let's Talk Season 4. It's been such a long time coming. I've never really expected to do a podcast in Cambodia. A lot of things that happened in my life was just absolutely kind of, appreciable. And I cannot believe that I'm literally in my home country again. So much have happened in the past 20 days plus. I've been here for the last 20 days. I'm back on 10th of May. If you hear the sounds, I'm driving right now. I'm trying to understand my emotion and understanding the potential of why am I coming back here for the majority of understanding that I have to reconnect with people, my friends, my family, my cousins, and my inner child, myself. Dude, I get so emotional talking about it. Because one of the things that I've learned coming back here is that, the love that I receive is, unlimited. And I can never imagine that, I receive the same love that I received 10 years ago. So much of the things that I go through in the last 20 days was just, something that I would never expected. The emotion, the time that I spent together with my family, with my cousins, and time that I potentially spent with myself, potentially. I don't know why I keep saying potentially, but there is so much that I touch base with myself. There is so much that I reconnect with my inner child, my trauma, my childhood life. So much that I reconnected to the point that I'm I am fully healed from everything that happens in my life. And I accept it. I adore my experience. I adore my bravery. That I tend to literally let myself experience all that. And one of the best, I don't know, it's so much to live for. And so many people that I lift up to, so many people that I adore, so many people that I tend to really just be there with them and feel grateful to be existing in their life. First of all, I wanted to thank my parents for being the best parents I've ever had in my entire life. So much have happened between your life and my life. We live far away from each other, but we've never forget to connect with each other every time. My mom and my dad worked so hard for me, and I would never take anything for granted. To be able to take my mom to the hospital, to be able to take my mom to anywhere that she wanted to, is such a privilege, because growing up she always wanted me to kind of get out there learning, navigating, and understanding what life is all about. And for me to be able to do that, I adore my mom. I respect, and my dad is the person who always been behind. He's worked so hard, he tried so hard to provide for the family. My mom and my dad work equally to just provide for the family so that we can always learn and understanding that life has always been kind of receiving and also giving at the same time. I've learned how to grow as a person. I've learned how to go through many experiences. I've learned how to navigate my life to the core that I'm potentially just be happy on my own, because I just feel like I deserve so much better in life with my parents. So I would never settle down for anything that just doesn't serve me any purpose and serve me any peace. One of the things that I've learned a lot from my parents is that you might go through so many experiences, but being resilient is something that taught you that I can achieve anything. Once I fail, when I fall, I give up is not something in my genes. I have to regenerate it, regain myself, understanding, get back up, do more, try even harder. One of the most interesting things that I've learned from people in here is that we all care so much about what other people think about us. We care so much the fact that we forget about ourselves. We forget the fact that we can be happier without people. We can be happier without putting too much effort on people, emotions, and what they think about us. We can potentially focus on ourselves, do it to the fullest, and never really doubt ourselves for doing things like that. And that leads me to a point where I'm so grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be back. I'm grateful to be a part of the family again. I'm grateful to just driving around like this, talking about life. The most important thing about me is that when I live in the city, in the capital city of Cambodia, I tend to literally driving the motorbike around and just talking to myself, doing self-reflection, learning about this and that. And now I'm driving and talking about my life, sharing it on the internet, and it probably sounds so stupid and so transparent, but life has been always just something that I don't know. It's just like I happen to be so happy in my life, and sometimes I go down, really down, but I have to get back up because I can't just give up on myself. There's so many people I need to provide. There's so many people that I can potentially live for them and live for myself. Always lift myself up no matter what, and the love that I receive from my people, I can't even express myself enough. Shout out to my cousins for coming to the airport and pick me up. It's such a meaningful experience. I potentially adore you guys for just love me for me, and I hope that you all going to be successful. And I'm so grateful and I'm so proud of all of us that we've come so far. And I just want us to be happy, no matter what successes we are in. We will live to the fullest. I promise us that we are going to be great together. And I'm so proud of us, not gonna lie. I'm so proud because we've come so far. We've come from nothing, and now we've learned, we're navigating, we're changing. And, you know, I love us. I love being us. I love spending time with each other, together, forever. Family is everything to me. I've always been a family-oriented person, and like for me to just, you know, live my life, being grateful that I have people that I, you know, care about and they care about me. I'm just beyond grateful. Okay, it's such an emotional episode, but not gonna lie, spending 30 days in Cambodia makes me realize that I have so much potential, and it's just inspired me to keep going, inspired me to be more creative in terms of like understanding what I need to do to process my life, to live life to the fullest, to live life like that I wanted to, because my parents always worked so hard to give a life that I wanted to have. And not gonna lie, I never say that I'm spoiled, but now that I'm growing older, I'm kind of a little spoiled of understanding that I might wanted to have a lot of things that I don't have. And that's just spoiled because I get most of the things from my parents. But understanding that my parents work so hard, so I need to work even harder. It's not an obligation or duty, but it's just a feeling, a connection of having the thoughts of like knowing where you're coming from, knowing where you have to like go, and knowing what you have to do to potentially have a life that your parents want you to have. And I'm doing that for now. I'm doing it. I'm living it, and I'm so beyond grateful to have every single one of my people existing in my life. Shout out to my siblings for being here for me. Always buy me food, always cooking for me, always caring about me, always asking about my mental health. So much have happened for us, and we are thriving, we are living, we are understanding, and we are more capable than anything. I am getting so emotional, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be with the cow, with the chicken, with everything, the swan, going out there, doing fishing on the evening. I live my life so quietly, but I really feel like I'm in the moment. I spend time with people that I care about. I do believe that we're all living life to the fullest. And I wish that people who listen to this podcast or this diary, or everyone else that doesn't listen, or whatever, I just hope that we are all going to have a great life together. We are all going through so much that we deserve to be happy. And for that, I end the chapter of being here in Cambodia. And I know that, like, so much that we cherish, we spend time together and all that. I forgot to shout out to my aunties and uncles. I am so beyond grateful to have you all to be here, and I cannot, like, express myself enough. To end the chapter, I would like to thank myself for being so brave enough to walk away, brave enough to understand that I deserve so much better in life, brave enough to understand that I can change, brave enough to understand that I don't want to go through a pattern. I'm brave enough to understand that I can't live my life miserably thinking about what people think about me and live for someone else. I have to live for myself. I have to be in the moment, and for that, we say goodbye, and we will talk to each other again soon. Have a great day.